In this video, I'm going to share with you how you could complete the Cayo Perico Heist completely solo and using stealth after the Los Santos Drug Wars DLC patch. So before we get into the heist, the first thing to note is the long fin is our approach vehicle. Thank you everybody in the comments in my previous video saying that that is the best way to go about it. I tried it out, really does work. Our entry point is going to be the main dock. The infiltration point of the compound is going to be the drainage tunnel. We want to do this at daytime, and then also it does not matter where you exit because we have our own custom route. My personal weapons loadout is the marksman with suppressors, but really it's all up to you. Whatever you want to use, feel free to do so. So now we're going to go into our heist, and as soon as you get in, take a sharp left turn. We're going to go over this little piece of rock here and then head over to the airstrip. Now the reason why we're doing the long fin approach is because it allows us to get secondary loot first. Whereas with the Kasatka approach, if you go in, get the primary target, then head out of the compound, at least with the route that I was taking, there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to fill up your loot bags with the secondary loot. So here we're at least guaranteeing that so that we get the elite challenge and we get more money. So what you're gonna want to do, pull up to the shore here. I actually suggest pulling up just a little bit further than what I did so that the boat doesn't completely slide back out to the water. You'll see later on what happened with me. Not a big deal, but just keep that in mind. And then we're going to run straight for the hangar that's over here on the airstrip. Now there is a guard in front of it. Some people suggest killing him, but I just leave it alone because if I have to kill him, then I'm also going to have to kill another guard on some runs that patrols the airstrip. So I say just avoid the trouble, run behind him, and he's going to go past the opening of the doors, slip in then, and you're perfectly fine. There's nothing to worry about. So there is 2 spawn locations in here, and you can take pictures of them when you're first scouting out the island, when you get your primary targets and everything. But for me, because we already spawned here, I just go in, look to see what's in there already. Don't bother taking the pictures, we don't need them. Check what's in there to see if I have to go to other locations after this. And if I don't, perfect. And in this instance, I didn't have to. So I knew that there was gonna be the white stuff here. So this is the first location that you could get at, and then we're actually going to use a forklift right after that to get to a location right above it. So we're going to go out. Here for a second I thought he could possibly see me, but the doors are in the way, so I don't know what I was on, but you're perfectly fine when you're moving around in here. I also worried about the noise while in here because the forklift makes quite a bit of noise when you're backing up. It beeps, but don't worry about that either. So, or at least in my experience, I didn't have to worry about it. So we drive over here, grab this pallet with these crates or boxes on it. We're going to lift it up, back out first. Don't pull what I did, but back out first, lift it all the way up, and then we're going to turn around and press it up against this wall here, just next or under the barrels. So we're going to drive all the way up to it, press it up against that. Then we're going to run around to the back of the forklift, climb up the forklift, onto the box, and then up over here, and now we're able to get the other location here. Now we could have tried to scout out the island a little bit more and only go for the white stuff or the green stuff, but I really don't care that much. It doesn't make that much of a difference. So we got the white stuff, now we got some green stuff, and then we also have cash. So our loot bag was filled pretty well before we even got to the original compound where our primary target is, and our primary target is bearer bonds. So we know already that we have 1.1 million secured. If we could have got like a pink diamond or something, that would have been awesome, but 1.1 million secured, and now we have our full loot bags with the ability now to take that primary target as well, and that takes up no extra space. So jump out of there, run over here. The guard's still gonna be patrolling the area. When you get to this point here, you could actually see where he's walking, so just wait for him to pass by, and then we're gonna run past him. The other thing I learned from the video that I uploaded yesterday is you could run past a lot of these guards and they don't get alerted. So you don't have to sneak everywhere, don't worry about that. But we got past that guard, we ran out, didn't have to kill anybody, don't have to worry about anything extra. I thought that was very simple, but that is the area there where the other guard sometimes will come down and spot the guard that's in front of the hangar. So keep that in mind. The other loot location you could go to when you're here is you got to climb up here onto the top of the roof. You're going to have to take out that guy there and then the camera there on the left, and the other location is right in that shack. So just so you guys know, if you don't get enough from the hangar, you could always go there. Makes it really simple. So now we're going to run back, and if you had parked your long fin higher up, it shouldn't be this far out, But in my case, because I didn't do it properly, I had to swim. Now, it's not the end of the world if this happens to you. It's going to take you probably 10 extra seconds, so who really cares? But so far, I hope this stuff is making sense to you, and I could cut up some of this stuff, but I'm going to leave it all in one take so that you guys could follow it perfectly. If you'd like to mute it, mute my voice and just watch it, feel free to do so as well. Always feel free to go back and replay certain parts if you need help with those parts specifically. So we're going to hop into the long fin. This thing is very hard to turn, so I suggest going forward a little bit, but then reversing right away and then making your turn that way. And now we are going to head to the drainage tunnel in the compound. And that's going to be our entry point, of course. You can see here, just slow down the boat and then make the turn. It makes it so much easier. If you're trying to turn the boat going full speed, like, good luck. There's certain ways you could do it, but it just takes getting used to. So I just slow down, turn the boat. But we're going to head to the drainage tunnel. And this is where we're going to enter the compound. And from there, it's going to be very simple. We're not going to kill any guards once again. We're killing one guard in this run. And you'll see at the very end who it is. But this is a very simple method. We're not running into confrontation. We're not on a time crunch either because we've killed a guard that can be spotted. So very simple, very relaxing. Sorry I'm talking so much, but it is what it is. So we're going to pull up to the drainage tunnel here and we are going to go in. Now, one thing I want to say very quickly, I don't really like to ask for this stuff too much, but if this video is helping you or it does help you, it'd be very much appreciated if you do drop a like and subscribe as well. I appreciate all the love on the videos in the past couple of days that I uploaded. I hope all of these things help you. I did upload a video or a Cayo Perico Heist a day or two ago, and it's a simpler way to do it. You could do that way as well, but you're not going to be guaranteed full loot bags every single time. So just keep that in mind. Here we have the sewer grate. Very simple. I go over it 3 times. So once, twice quickly, and then the third time I go slower to ensure that we actually cut through the pipes. And then for this run, because I didn't put on the underwater mask, I started actually losing health. So I had to swim pretty quickly, but of course, it's not a big deal. We weren't underwater for too long. But when we do leave the compound, we do put them on. All you gotta do is just press left on the D-pad, the left stick on the D-pad. I hope that makes sense for your controllers. So to put on that like snorkeling mask. Anyways, we're heading up to the compound now. Very simple so far. Feel free to drop any of your comments, by the way, in the comment section down below too. So we're heading up to the compound here. And like I said, we're not killing anybody in the compound. We're just going to run up the steps here, make a sharp left turn, and this part, make sure you do it fairly quickly. Stay along the wall here. You're going to run between the guards, get past them. And now we're going to make a right turn here, hop over the railing. This part's pretty much exactly the same as the video that I uploaded the other day. Wait for that guard to move, walk over, and like I said, you don't really have to sneak around these guys. Like I thought before, you could run past most of them. I usually walk so I don't make any errors. There's no real rush. But we're going to run past the guards, run up the stairs here, and then we're going to hide against the wall. I tried killing this guard. I've seen people say you could kill this guard here, but I've tried it a couple times, and both times the people were alerted. I don't know why or how, but maybe the sound, I don't know. But people were alerted, so I just leave that guy alone for now. And now we're going to go over into the main compound. Make sure you grab the cash from the safe. This time we got fairly lucky with the amount of cash that we got because it brought us up to $500,000. So we know our loot bag is going to be 1.6 million, which is a very good take considering we had about average primary loot. Fingerprint is very simple. I've said this multiple times in a few of my guides. All you got to do, the top panel is the first panel, find the first part of the fingerprint, and you just sort through them. So if you ever lost, go to the first part of the fingerprint on whatever panel you are on, and let's say you're the second panel down, start from the first part, move one part to the right, and now you're at the second part of the fingerprint for the second panel. I hope that makes sense. It makes things pretty simple. This one was a little bit more difficult, and same thing goes in the reverse order. You could also just go from the bottom of the fingerprint, work your way up. That's fine too. Got the fingerprint done, and now we're going into the basement. where we are going to get the code and unlock the safe for the bearer bonds. Also, you don't have to sneak in this area either. You could run through, there's no real problems. If you really want to be safe, you could sneak, but you don't really have to. So we take out and we're given the code. This part's really simple. Finding 88, 2, and then 39. Very, very simple. Nothing difficult about this. And like I said, I hope everything's making sense up till this point. So we take the bearer bonds, and then this part is probably just the easiest part of the entire playthrough. Probably the hardest part would be just getting to this main office. Getting the secondary loot from the airstrip is simple. Getting out of here is simple. The heist is so much easier this way. So thank you everybody in the comments who suggested the long fin approach, and then this is my first try doing it, and it was really easy. So we get out of here, we're gonna run towards the gate. You could actually run between the two guards right then, but I wasn't gonna chance it, so we're gonna wait for this guard. And then, like I said so many times in this video, you could just run towards the gate, even when you're close. So right there, I put on the scuba diving mask when I didn't need to, but we have finally exited the compound. This is the easiest part now, even easier than that previous part. And this is going to be when we kill the only guard that we kill on this route. So we're going to run forward. We are taking out the guard that's here with the motorcycle. He will be spotted if you wait too long. So just hop on the bike and we are taking off. Don't worry about passing the helicopter and everything. I know people have said that they could be spotted from the helicopter. Don't worry about it. We're going to head over here to this section, and most of you guys probably know this part here, but we're just going to drive off the island. Now, I actually didn't get the best jump off the island, but it does not matter. Just make sure you don't hit any trees on the way there, and then we take off. And the final part of this mission is just us swimming. So make sure you put on the scuba diving mask with the left button on the D-pad, and we just swim. And that's the entire heist done. Now, this took a little bit longer than my usual runs, and part of that is because I showed you guys another loot location and was taking my time. If I was trying to do this really fast, we could do it faster, but I hope this made sense. I find it very easy. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comment section down below. Don't feel shy. But yeah, I hope this helped. If it did, please drop a like. If you guys are new, subscribe. And in a second here, you'll see that we secure it, and I'll show you guys how much money we made exactly. So we know that we had a take of $1.6 million. Love the cutscene, beautiful shot of Los Santos. Handing over the goods. So the take was 1.6, and we ended off with, I believe it was 1.4 million. The heist in total, by the way, took me maybe 45 minutes, 50 minutes, so not that long. 1.4 million, and then because we got full loot bags, no quick restarts, and completed the heist in under 15 minutes, we completed it in 12. We got an extra 50,000 for the elite challenge. We did this on normal mode. If it was hard mode, it would be an extra 100,000, so keep that in mind. But $1.45 million, very simple. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.